So these are the biggest stacks, although granted we've got some players here hovering around the 20 big blind mark. There are plenty of short stacks in this field, plenty of players in the danger zone, including David DeJean, who we saw make the final table of EPT Monte Carlo this year.
Yeah, seemed a bit outmatched at some spots in that on that final table, but really finds his way through these very, very tough fields. I really want to see how he can do here today.
And the shortest stacks belong to Marta Sandberg, Hak-Wan Lee, and Maxim Ventura.
Great name, sounds like a Miami Vice villain.
Great, 275,000.
Look at Scott still in the blender a little bit emotionally. A roll of the eyes. Get this, a face palm.
Gilly playing the hand named after the man sat next to me. It's the Grafton.
Oh, beautiful.
The 10-9 suited.
I knew Simon wouldn't let me down. This is great. This is how you win EPT Cyprus.
Every time I see someone fold this hand, I think that they're disrespecting you.
Yes, they are. It's like I get a little shiver down my back. You know, like someone walked over my.
Yeah.
Get a little. Someone somewhere in the universe folded 10-9 suited.
I kind of feel I want to make a list of their names so I can say these are people who've disrespected you, Sam.
Sure, I'll go up to them personally. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to use the PokerStars database, otherwise I could go to their house and knock on their door. I just turn up at your house in Normandy and say, hey, you were playing on .fr the other night. I'm sorry. Yeah, and it's a tricky board again because the sixes, the 6x, very much part of Thomas's range, not much part of Simon's range. For that reason, we want to play quite some checks.
Ooh.
There we go, PokerStars dealers giving us action.
Top pair versus the flush draw.
Yeah, and Thomas will check. King, just a good card for the in-position player. And Simon might want to semi-bluff here. Getting a fold from pretty much anything is a good result with 10 high, despite the huge nature of the draw. On the other hand, are we ever going to get check raised?
So Christian Kaufman watching from the row. You may have seen Hak-Wan Lee on the rail as well, and you may have heard Glenn, who's supervising this event, saying to the players that the other table has been playing faster. So he's actually paused the action at the secondary feature table so they can catch up. We're soft hand for hand, so we want to make sure that this table plays the requisite number of hands before he restarts the action at the second table.
We're missing out on some sort of endorsement, aren't we? We should be sponsored by Dove. Dove, sponsoring the soft hand for hand at EPT.
Oh, I like that.
We can make some money there.
Boom!
Yes.
That is why you play the Grafton, ladies and gentlemen.
Of course.
A rivered flush is guaranteed. Guaranteed, not guaranteed.
So many ways to win. And Simon, who's had a tough time of it, now with a very tasty value bet. You can imagine all the King X and Jack X that you can get called by as well. What is the sizing we want to go for? Do we have one size? Do we have two sizes?
850.
And we'll go for 850K. And Thomas with a very strong bluff catcher. 10, not ideal, but I mean, we almost maybe even chop with some value here on a rare occasion, potentially. I don't know, maybe not. Kings and sixes with a jack kicker.
It's a time bank card being played by Eychenne.
Wow, these guys really have a strong sense of where they're at in hands. You know, credit to Thomas. Doesn't feel he beats much. Would ace high bluff in this line? If not, where are the bluffs exactly coming from? And he just folds.
It's too cold. It's really
Gets away
cold.
from it.
Very
Really
nice. I think that 10 of spades, the bluff probably is queen 10, the 10-9, knot of hearts.
Leave it. I've got a jumper. It's fine.
Eychenne with ace deuce. Raises.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about a little bit more. Ace deuce off, no one else really able to open this wide. And we know twos have been lucky for Eychenne so far. And will call. Well, he's going to have trouble making a set now, isn't he? And these two face off again. Eychenne wanting to stay active.
What are we railing? we're too slow for you guys? 4.5 has been quite swingy. Yeah. Basically what I saw of it.
10, 7, 3.
Fun.
Il avait vraiment 5 à 6, là, il t'a salopé avec ça.
And Eychenne will check it over to the chip leader.
Ça arrangeait personne parce qu'au final,
Once
le sortir,
again,
c'était une bonne chose.
a board, a hand, we can consider betting on the larger size. There is a flush draw out there, and that will dampen the sizing a little, but yet, again, 600K, and again, another quick call with the deuces. Very stubborn from David, but he does have the best hand.
Yeah, wheel draw for Eychenne on the turn.
Yeah, and this might embolden the Frenchman. With no heart in hand, no diamond, well, the two of diamond largely irrelevant, I might be tempted to go for it again. See, there's going to be a lot of 10x in the small blinds flatting range. Can't know that his opponent is as weak as deuces. But still, last time he gave up essentially on the turn. What about this occasion? Eychenne is thinking, check, 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 please.
He
And
does get a free
check.
card.
Yeah, he does check. I mean, I can't even believe twos are winning it. I mean, he does check. And what will Thomas do now? Is there any way he can force a fold from some 7x?
Well, again, I think we're in a situation where the pace of play at the other table is quicker. Sure enough, we've got players from the other table watching the action from the rail as their table has been paused right now.
And Thomas will seek to sort of, yeah, he will represent the queen.
1.8 into 2.1. This is chunky.
Yeah, he's saying I had queen 8, I had queen jack, something of that nature. Seems like the ace queen would have bet so big on the flop. What's he saying he has exactly? Hard to have two pair with his line. It's just a good queen, but what good queens bet the flop? I mean, maybe queen 8 can just go for this size. This would be a remarkable hero called James. I love to see him considering it. And he lets it go.
Understandable.
Yeah, those 5 over cards look intimidating, don't they?
Eychenne back up over 9 million, more than 60 bigs.
I'm conscious of the fact that we're going to have far fewer lulls in play because we're short-handed on these two tables, but we're also flicking back and forth, trying to find where the action is. But I do really want to ask you some questions about your upcoming book, Maria.
Yeah, absolutely. But we have pocket threes here.
Will they
David.
give us a chance? Will we even have that opportunity? I'm going to still try.
Maybe another day. Maybe another day. We'll try. We'll try. Yeah, we skipped a few hands, but somehow Eychenne's lead has shrunk even more. I mean, now second place. And Simone is now almost 1 million ahead of him in chips.
Yeah, they
Right.
kind of flip-flop spots,
Yeah.
didn't they?
They did.
Still like 58 and 50 big blinds. Obviously,
Yeah, it's still very deep.
Still juicy,
very
but yeah, it's still something you want to keep an eye on, right? Because it does change the dynamic between them.
Absolutely, and this is not a great board for threes because you can get counterfeited. You never, you don't love it that much.
Also, Marwan, as someone defending the Jack 7 of hearts, I wonder if, you know, somewhat wrapped around this 5 and that 8 of hearts in particular, does he feel obliged to maybe treat this as one of his check raises? Deeper, no ICM. I think you start absolutely considering that.
And the backdoor hearts, yeah, you have so much going on here.
Absolutely. This ends up being more of a big blind board anyway, right? Kind of thing. I mean, having said that, Eychenne does have a little bit more incentive to open a wider range as one of our chip leaders anyway, so a bit of both. Decides just to float. Okay.
So that tells me that he's plotting maybe some turn leads.
Sure.
That is not the turn that we were looking for to lead on as the big blind.
No,
if there's
king of spades.
If there's a second barrel and you check raise, though, how strong do you look when you're check raising on a king turn here?
That is very true.
Let's see if he's got some moves. 2 checks.
So Eychenne looks like he's trying to get to showdown here. 10 on the river.
And the threes are good.
Now, as Marwan, must you bluff now, having taken this line? I think you must, right?
Yeah, he's reaching for chips.
And
He agrees with you.
so, you know, going to be a tough spot for Eychenne here. Obviously, he's ahead of some like 9-7s, Jack 7 of hearts, 6-7, this kind of stuff. Absolutely. How much of a hero do you want to be?
Be a hero. Put on the cape.
It's a tough spot.
It is. It is.
Because it's a value milky sizing too. He's gone for maybe a size that's even like blocking a 5 potentially.
If you want to be like a real nerd, there's also a conversation about
And he
like...
calls.
Oh, never mind. That is a nice call. Very good.
Thomas Eychenne just not giving up here.
Well done. And he's the chip leader once more.
Chip leader Thomas Eychenne on the button, first to speak.
And speak he shall.
He has the snowmans.
Nom nom.
That's a raise to 1 million.
2.5.
Tungle raises to 2.5 with a Lashif. This hand did not work out for the Bond villain. It may not work out for Lars Tungle.
I mean, all things considered, Eychenne is definitely more Bond leaning, and he is more Lashif leaning as far as their looks. You know, kind of into it.
All in.
The shove. And Tungle looks like he wants to call.
No.
He calls all in with ace-6 off.
Why?
Flip.
Gets it in as a dog. Is going to need to spike an ace here.
I have 8. He has ace-6.
Yeah, you know, I was talking about this phenomenon with David Lappin earlier, you know. Sometimes you just get so deep in a tournament, maybe it's your first time here playing for this kind of money, and a part of you just wants it to end. I mean, this is a really, really huge mistake here from Lars Tungle.
Look at the smile on Turchi's face.
Yeah,
He's about to ladder 100 grand.
Never seen anything like it. I mean, this is an incredible collapse from, you know, such an enigmatic figure at this table.
And
it's over.
Practically over. Less than 1% equity for Tungle. The set for Eychenne on the flop could be all over on the turn.
Yeah, it just gives me energy. Like, I'm happy for this 261,000. I'm not going to let this guy push me around anymore.
7 was good.
Yeah.
Turn card is a 4. So he does have one hope. And that hope would be a 7 on the river, which would result in a chop.
And you know what they say? It's always coming 7.
River card. Not a 7. Arguably, that was a bungle from Tungle, but he cannot grumble. A third-place finish is worth €265,440 as we go heads up in this PokerStars Open High Roller.
Both of them very accomplished, played very well at this final table, but Eychenne.
And I think ultimately Turchi was just happy to have secured second place when Tungle went out. He was celebrating. All in with the 10-9, called by Eychenne with queens.
Oh my goodness. A very standard shove, I think, with the 10-9.
Always a sweat.
And Thomas dominating.
Give me a sweat. Allez, je te donne une gut shot si tu veux. 6 et 7. 7-6, tout le monde est content.
There is a very strong chance this is over in one hand of heads-up play.
Never count out the 10-9, but certainly Thomas Eychenne. Let's not forget the reigning EPT Barcelona champion in a strong position to add a second Barcelona title to that resume.
85% chance it happens. There is a 10 on the flop, so we do have a sweat on our hands. 10s and 9s are working for Virtual Turchi. He has 5 outs.
4, ça m'allait bien, mais 5. Un 5.
Okay.
7 on the turn gives him additional outs. Turchi survives with a 10, 9 or 8 on the river. Any other card, and this tournament is over, and Thomas Eychenne has sealed the deal. The river card is a brick, and Thomas Eychenne is our champion 12 months after taking down the EPT Barcelona main event. He wins the PokerStars Open High Roller for the better part of 600,000 euros.
But now, just one left thing to do for today. Dominating a field of more than 1,500 players. To take the title and more than €500,000 for first place, please give it up for Thomas.
Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe for more awesome poker content and check out this video. The YouTube algorithm seems confident you will like it.